Hello everyone. In this video, I'll discuss about data in machine learning. So what is data? Data is the collection of facts or raw information. Facts means truly happened events or true information, right? Suppose, why do we need data to be collected? What is the purpose to collect data? Let me give you a small example. Suppose in a class of 30 students, I want to know who is the student that secured highest grade. Then what will I do? First, I will collect the grades of each and every student and I will analyze them. From that analysis, I will come to a conclusion that so and so student has secured the highest grade. Right? So, what we are doing here? We are collecting the data to know about something. That means we are learning something from the data. So that is the purpose of data. Right? Is it clear to you? So to learn something, we are collecting data. Now, the data can be in different forms like structured, unstructured and semi-structured. First, let us see what is structured. Structured data will have predefined format. Okay, suppose if you take a database, it contains rows and columns. This database is predefined that it should contain some rows and columns and the data should be present in this database, right? So it is a well structured database if it is in this form, right? Now, what is unstructured data? It will not have any predefined format. It will be, the data will be in a scattered manner. Suppose if you take any text messages or social media posts, images, videos, any such type of data comes under unstructured data. Now, what is this semi-structured data? It falls between these two categories. Semi-structured data falls between structured and unstructured data. Example to this is XML files. That means some part of information will be in a structured manner and some part will be in unstructured manner, right? So these are the three different forms of data. Now, we can categorize data as qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative data is also known as categorical data. So what does this categorical data contains? It contains some descriptive values. These values cannot be measured. These are only used to describe about something. Suppose if you want to describe about a person's skin color or eye color or hair texture, any such type of data comes under categorical data. Okay. Now quantitative data, this is also called as numerical data. It contains numerical values. That means this data is measurable. Suppose if a person's height or weight we are taking into consideration, then that such type of data comes under quantitative data. Here the data is being measured, okay, in terms of some numeric values. Any data that can be measured comes under quantitative data. Again, we are having two more categories under this quantitative, that is discrete and continuous. Any data that is countable, suppose number of persons or number of students, comes under discrete numerical data. And if any data contains some decimal part like height, weight, suppose if a height of a person is 5 feet 7 inches, something like that, or weight of a person is 98.4 kg. Here we are giving some decimal part, right? So such type of data is continuous and that too within a range. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now, what is a data set? a structured collection of data. See, a data set should always be a structured collection of data. Suppose if the data is unorganized or unstructured, then we cannot do analysis in a better way. So first we need to organize the data, and then only we can do some analysis on the data and do better decision making. Okay, so a good data set should always be a structured collection of data. Now, in terms of machine learning, if we want the help of any machine learning model to solve any complex problem, first what will we do? We'll train the machine learning model on some data set, right? From that data set only the machine learning model will learn something and it will predict outputs, right, as we discussed in the last video. Now, let me give you one small example. We have already discussed about classification of emails as spammed email and not spammed email in the last video. Let us take the same example again. Now I am taking a data set which contains 100 emails. Okay, and now I have to train a machine learning model on these emails such that it should predict whether an email is spammed or not spammed if I give any new input. Then first what should we do? We have to divide or split this data set into training data, validation data and testing data. These are three important points or insights in machine learning. Okay, now how we have to split this data? It should be split in such a way that 70%, or it is like some random number. Okay, but like in an idealistic way, I am taking 70% for training data, and for validation 20%, and for testing 10%. Okay, that means first we will give 70 emails to the machine learning model, and from those emails the model will learn like on what basis the emails are marked as spammed and on what basis the emails are marked as unspammed. That is training data. The model is getting trained based on this 70% of emails. That is 70 emails if we take 100 emails, right? Now, what is this validation data? While training itself, we need to check if the model is performing well or not. It is like pre-final examination. Okay, before taking final exam, it is just like taking some pre-final exam. We are not getting into final here. It's just like to test before going to final test. Okay, so here itself we will be checking whether the model is performing or not. If the model is not performing well, then we will tune the model based on some parameters. So we'll discuss about all these things in the coming videos. Okay, now what is testing data? Finally, some 10 emails or 10% of the data set will give as new input to the machine learning model. Then the model should be able to predict whether the email is spammed email or unspammed email accurately. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. This is how the data set will be split in machine learning models to train them. I hope this is clear to you. In our next video, I'll be discussing about types of machine learning and how data plays an important role in machine learning. Okay, thank you.